So now that we've got a chart in here, it's time to start really organizing that chart and seeing how we can make some changes to it, because this may not be what you want to show visually to your reader. So when you have a chart, it kind of works a lot like pictures and smart art and those kinds of things in Word, because when I physically click on the chart inside of Excel, I get a couple of things that happen. The first thing that happens is you can see that my data gets selected on the spreadsheet here. My labels get selected, my data in the middle, it gets selected in blue, and I can adjust this. Like I can go in here and I can grab these little arrows or the little bounding boxes for this data, and I can drag it. Like if I wanted to not include other, I could drag it and it will remove other from my chart. I can also drag further and like remove senior. So I could just have the senior information or have the freshman, sophomore, junior information. So I can adjust what's actually being charted by utilizing these features. And that only appears when I'm clicked on the chart. Because if I click off the chart, you can see that it kind of disappears. When I have the chart selected, I also have two new tabs up at the top with chart design and chart format. This also has drop-down menus or menus off to the right here where I can add like chart elements like axis titles or data labels or trend lines and all those kinds of things. I have the ability to also adjust the chart style and color really quickly here. And I have the ability to even filter it. Like if I wanted to keep senior selected, but I wanted to filter it out, I could uncheck senior right here in my filter options, and I could just see the data for everything else. So you can see that as I filter things out, I can see what's going on and where it's actually showing. And I can actually change what's being shown inside my chart here just by using the filter. And then the names of things also is in here. So you can see that it's grabbing the names of the different areas for the different grade levels from row 2, and it's grabbing the colors of hair names from column A. So I can adjust that as well, and I can change and select that data in here. But every time I hit control on my keyboard, those things pop up. So they're going to keep popping up a lot in these videos, but that's because I'm trying to show you where my mouse is. So what I want to show you is that when I'm in here and I'm clicked on the chart, on the chart design tab, have the ability to kind of flip some things around. And these are some just basic things that we can do. So over here on the right, tends to be ignored here, but it's actually one of the more useful pieces where I can switch the column and row data. So right now you can see that in our legend here, we have our grade levels, and then we have our hair colors on the x-axis. But what if I wanted that flipped? What if I wanted to see all the freshmen together, all the sophomores together, all the juniors together, and all the seniors together? Well, all you have to do is go up here and switch that row and column data, and it will flip them. So now I can see how many freshmen are blonde versus how many have black hair versus how many have other color of hair, and so on and so forth. And you can see that automatically just flipped that data and did everything for me. So that's a really nice piece. You also have the ability to select data in here. So let's say something's missing from your chart selection up here, like maybe you forgot some labels or something like that. You could utilize select data to then go in and change like, what is my legend? What are my horizontal labels? And what's being charted? And we can get into this in just a little bit to see how to kind of utilize this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel here. And then I've also got the ability to change the chart type. So if I didn't like the fact that I was using a column chart, I could go ahead and change it to be a bar chart. So I could click on here, and you can see that this will bring me into a dialog box of all charts. I've still got recommended charts here up at the top, so I could go back to the recommended charts. But here, you've got a lot of charts you can utilize. And what I want to point out is up at the top here, once you click on one, like if I click on line, I have multiple options up here. And when I hover over them, they all have names. Again, really important for the exam that you're utilizing the ones with names. So if I go to the one with bar here, I could do like a 3D clustered bar chart. I could select that, and I could choose the first option and click OK, and it will adjust it to show me a 3D clustered bar chart. So I can easily change my chart style and type right up in here. And then lastly, I can move this chart. So I can move this chart to a totally different spreadsheet and make it be on its own spreadsheet by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and move it. And you can see that when I choose move chart, I get the option to either like move it within one of the existing spreadsheets. So either autofill practice or some function down here, or I can make a whole new sheet where it is comparing hair colors. Right? So I could change that name and make a brand new sheet, and it's going to pop up to the right over here off of charts. And when I click OK, you'll see that it will actually be the entire sheet. Like we don't have anything else on here. We don't have a spreadsheet behind it. It's just a chart, and it put it before our charts. So I can actually take comparing hair colors here, and I can click and drag down in the sheet names down here, and I can drop it wherever I want to rearrange these sheets. And you can see that some things have become kind of hard to read. So I'm going to go ahead and change my chart type to be just a regular old 3D clustered bar chart and see if I can start seeing stuff. If you zoom in, you'll start seeing that the text gets bigger, but still a little hard to read. So we can go ahead and adjust that in our future videos.